So you've been watching minimalism content for a while now, but there's still a big pile of clutter in your home that you don't use or even like, then this video is for you. First thing that I think it's important is to identify your goal besides becoming a minimalist, because we all have our why we want to become a minimalist. If we dive really deep into this subject, then the ultimate reason why we are doing this is that because we want to be happier. But for all of us, happier means different things, and there are different things in minimalism that can make us happy. So it's very important for the start to identify what your goal is that will make you happier in the end, that minimalism will help you to achieve. For example, it can be just less cleaning overall, more time spending with your family and friends and not taking care of your household. Maybe you want to save the money for retirement. This also is a nice goal for becoming a minimalist. Or you just want to lie down normally on your floor without something poking in your spine. This would be also really nice to have. When you identify your goal, I would suggest you making it as tangible as you can to identify the specific result that you will see in the end, and you will feel like, I reached it. You can even write it down in your journal or make a mood board of, perfect content that you want to have in the end. But if your goal is not aggressively identified and specified, you can actually might lose motivation quite fast because of the lack of understanding of where you are going with it. And making the goal really specific and tangible also makes me see the changes in my life, and it's helping you to see how your lifestyle is changing with implementing the minimalism step by step. And I can tell you, there's no better motivation than the result itself. When you see the small result, you have more motivation to reach bigger results. So making it more specific helps you in many ways. A big goal is reached by many small goals. Yeah, it's very well that we now identified our goal and made it as tangible as we can. But if your mind realizes that there's just a big workload of things that you need to do, it can just freak out and go to the porch, drink margaritas. To make it a lot easier for your mind, for your brain, I really recommend you dividing this big goal into small parts that you want to do each day. Probably don't become a minimalist. Just try to declutter 5 things today. Don't say, I need to get rid of all my stuff. Just go through one small cupboard today while your children are asleep. And this will be a good start. And in this case, your mind will be calmed down that it doesn't have to do this all at once. It has to do just this one small thing today. Realize the timing. We sometimes think that in just a few weeks we will become minimalists and have the house of Matt Devalla's dream. But this is not what's going on. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And in order to not just constantly look forward to the result that we are going to have somewhere in the future, let's just focus on the nice things of this way, of this journey that we are currently having. Maybe it's nice to get rid of these big bags of your clothes that you don't like anymore. Maybe it's nice to say goodbye to always dusty stuffed animals on your couch. Or maybe it's nice to see how strong you are when you say goodbye to those sentimental items that are very valuable to your heart. This all can make your journey really joyful and not turn it into some expectation of something's that really far in the future that will maybe make you happy, maybe not. Let's just enjoy this moment right now. Okay, when we covered this whole big first section of identifying our goals, identifying our small things that we can do every day, to understanding that it's not all at the same time and it's a journey, it's time to come to decluttering, which is the next step in becoming a minimalist, because decluttering makes you keep things that are valuable to you and get rid of the rest. You can choose any method of decluttering that you like. I will try to link some videos about methods of decluttering like KonMari, Swedish death cleaning, There are different challenges. You can go through rooms, you can go through categories of things, but it doesn't really matter. It's important that you find what you enjoy. Personally, I can say that the biggest results I received from the 30-day challenge, when on the first day you declutter just one thing and on the 30th day you declutter 30 things. So in the end of the month, you actually get rid of more than 465 things. And oh my god, you cannot imagine how satisfying it is to see all these big bags, these piles of things that I didn't use anyway, leaving my home finally. And this was the time when I decluttered the most stuff for the shortest period of time. So if you don't know where to start, probably 30-day challenge is for you. It's not that easy, especially on the 15+ day, because you can be busy with something, but you still have to devote some time on that. Well, it helped me a lot. And just start. I like the Russian phrase that sounds like «стоит лишь начать, и разум разогрет. Продолжить чуть, задачи вроде бы и нет». It's translated as you just need to start and your mind gets warmed up. You continue a little and there's no task anymore. Well, I'm not the best translator, let's be honest, but this means that when you start, it's a lot easier to continue than when you just think that there's a lot of work in front of you. So maybe you are now sitting on your couch. Just stand up, look around, and the first thing that comes to your sight is the one that you can start with. Why not? If it's a table, go through your table and see what you don't need anymore. If it's a cupboard, you know what to do. If it's a closet, perfect. If it's just some surface, a coffee table, you can start with it. You can start small. Decide what you will do with things when you declutter them. So decide how exactly you're gonna get rid of them. You can donate, recycle, sell, give away, or just throw away. What you choose actually depends on your personality, your lifestyle, your convictions, or just the level of energy that you have. I can say for myself that I mostly give away things because people are not ready to buy stuff here, and I just take the declutter stuff I have and post it on the app that is used here to sell secondhand stuff, and I just set the price to 0 and give away a lot of things here. People just come here, I hand them something I don't need anymore, everybody's happy. And this is also a nice thing to know that you made someone happy by giving them things that they might need for free, or you just handed them another problem. But it's not your problem anymore, so who cares? Don't let it sit with you for long after you declutter it, because if it stays at your home for longer than a month, it's a slippery slope, believe me. Actually, I'm guilty of that, and I don't follow my own advice because I have this pile of decluttered clothes right now in the closet for about 3 months. Please don't blame me. I know that's terrible, but still, it's a good thing not to let things stay with you after decluttering and get rid of that immediately. Don't forget about your digital world and your mentality. These are also things that we sometimes can forget about when we concentrate on our physical stuff to declutter. But disorganized desktop on your computer can make you less concentrated during your workday. A big bunch of promotional email lists can also make you spend more money that you don't want to spend. And when it comes to your mentality, it can also be a cluttered space. If you don't release your emotions, your thoughts on the paper through journaling or through meditation, or well, there are a lot of ways to declutter your mind, but I think that specifically now when you're saying goodbye to so many valuable things in your life, doing something with your mental health and mental clutter would be a good thing to start, because this can help you survive the physical decluttering thing. So now when you identify your goal, you specified it, you realized how this all will go on, you decided what method you will use for decluttering, you actually started right now. So what's next? Probably it's time to realize what lifestyle you are going to have, because minimalism will stop at the moment you go to the store and bring one more useless thing to your home. And I really recommend now to also identify what your lifestyle will be now. First thing that I would do is to set boundaries. Actually, we have so many ways how things can come to our homes and so few ways how we get rid of them, that it's important to understand how you will control the amount of things at your home and their valuability for your life. Make it a habit to regularly revise your home and find the things that you haven't been using for a while and get rid of them. One in, one out. I personally don't use this method, but I've heard many good reviews on that. When an object comes to your home, get rid of the thing from the same category. This actually works really well for books, for cosmetics, I guess, for clothes, for home decor, for kitchenware. These are the things that we tend to sometimes buy regularly and decide to buy on the spot, but you need to remember that one in, one out. If one thing of the same category comes to your home, another one should go. Set up yourself a set of questions that you want to ask yourself before making a purchase. I have my own approximate list of such things, but I think this is a topic for the whole new video. If you would like to see that video, hit the like button. When this video hits 400 likes, I will immediately film that video too. This all comes to your personality and what you personally need, what criteria is important to you when it comes to stuff. It can be a place to store it, so you don't buy a thing when you don't have a place to store it. Maybe it's how you will take care of things, or maybe the quality of thing is very important to you, so you ask yourself the question about, is it enough quality for me before any purchase? But anyway, this set of questions help you actually stop for a moment and realize that you are going to buy stuff and you need to take it responsibly, identifying before you buy things what you will do with it. Just identify what's important for you so that it doesn't make you feel like you bought another piece of clutter. The fourth thing that I would like to touch is that you will fail a million times and you will give up a million more times. And this all is okay, because gradually you will get the life you want. And this all doesn't come easily sometimes. This all comes with a challenge. Yes, you will splurge on something absolutely useless. Yes, you will struggle saying goodbye to a thing that you don't need but you think you do. You will struggle to explain this all to your family sometimes.
Mom!
Yeah.
Where's my PlayStation?
Oh, right. Listen, we need to talk. But you have to know that you're not alone. You can always come to any minimalism YouTuber that's your favorite maybe and go to their comment section and share your struggles, your pains. And it's okay to share it because we are all in the same boat. We are all struggling with the same things. You will see that somebody is struggling with the same problem as you do in some of their videos. So it's fine to be in the community too, because it helps us support each other and not to feel alone. Let me know in the comments some of your wisdom, maybe something that I have forgotten to include in this beginner's guide to minimalism. Also, I am making the printouts for this particular video for my Patreon family. So if you would like to support my channel, please join my Patreon. I'll be happy to see you there. I really recommend you to watch this video about the things that I don't do and don't buy to save me some money. They actually will be a good start for you to adopt a minimalist lifestyle. Hope you will enjoy it too, and have a good day. Goodbye.